Alex so desperately wants to be healed. Yet here he is later that night as he stumbles to the ground.
I saw him afterwards in the audience, walking without his braces, without his crutches, falling over.
Yeah.
Is there a danger in a situation like that of giving someone a false hope, of raising an expectation that simply isn't going to be realized?
I think the danger can be there. I think the danger can be there with any message, not just in the area of healing. He came in here with faith. I didn't give him that faith. He came with that faith. And if you asked him right now, he'd still have the same faith. That's the beautiful thing about it.
I'm certain he still has the same spina bifida too.
You know, and I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
In Calgary, Janice Brulot carried her 8-year-old daughter Grace up into the stands, searching for a miracle to make her little girl walk.
I said, you know, honey, we could stay up here because, you know what? I said, Jesus is up here. And she said, no, Mommy. She said, I'd like to go down and see if Benny Hinn could pray for me. I said, are you sure? She said, yes, Mommy.
So with her child in her arms, Janice edged her way down and through the crowd towards the stage. Like many others, it wasn't long before they were intercepted by ministry screeners and told to sit down.
Grace and I moved over to the side. We sat and waited, and Grace asked me if I could help her to try and walk. And that was kind of her faith in action. And so I picked her up and we tried walking back and forth. And that was kind of a hard moment.
We caught up with them as they fled from the arena. Their hopes of a miracle, even a prayer from Pastor Benny, now gone.
They just kept saying if she healed, and like they were in such a big rush, yeah. And what can I say? You know, she just wanted him to pray for her.
It was the same story a week later in Toronto when theologian Justin Peters, who has cerebral palsy, tried to get close to Pastor Benny. Our hidden camera shows Justin being stopped by a screener. Watch as Henry Hinn whispers something to her. Then Justin is told to step aside.
I want people to understand that people that look like I do, that have an obvious disability, are never allowed up on stage. It's always somebody that has some kind of illness that cannot be readily seen. If God is truly healing the sick through Benny Hinn, we should expect to see amputees grow new limbs. We should expect to see the severely mentally retarded restored, but we don't.
What a beautiful grandma. You broke your vertebrae.
7 broken vertebrae.
But the Lord healed you tonight.
Yes.
Jesse Stinson. You felt God's power go through you.
Through me, the power of God.
An X-ray examination after the crusade confirmed that her vertebrae was still broken, but she says the pain has eased.
What's happened to the man?
10 years ago, Pastor, he had a logging accident. The power of God came upon him tonight.
James McCracken. James's condition deteriorated after Portland. Movement became so painful he could no longer dress himself. But James remained so convinced that a miracle had taken place that he refused prescribed medication and the operation his doctors considered imperative.
In Jesus' name, come out!
These two brothers from Chicago, born profoundly deaf, were declared healed. A third brother, also deaf, was supposedly healed even though he wasn't there.
In proxy, his mama is standing, and I break the curse of deafness on her son. Now! Glory, glory, glory!
That's pretty exciting, but there's one problem. The boys are still deaf. At our request, a school audiologist tested them.
The boys continue to have the same hearing loss that we've been measuring for years.
No miraculous healing.
No miraculous healing.
This little boy said his damaged vision was cured.
And as soon as God healed me, I could see better.
According to this woman, her cancer was gone. Hinn said God told him a demon had caused the cancer, and he cast it out.
Go out of her! It's gone!
This woman said she had a diseased lung.
The Lord is asking me now to ask Him to give you a new lung.
According to Pastor Benny, she got that new lung right there on stage.
That's why she's coughing. That's why she's coughing.
And there was this woman who said she was cured of lung cancer.
She had cancer in the lungs.
And she don't have it now.
And as soon as God healed me, I could see better.
By the time we asked, many of those miracles had already been broadcast around the world on his TV show, including the woman who Benny Hinn said had grown a new lung right there on stage.
Feels like there was something in there. Like somebody was reaching in my heart, in my lung.
I want you to go back to your earthly doctor. Have him give you an x-ray. I want to hear about it. I want a full story.
But if Hinn knows the full story about who was healed in Las Vegas, he's not sharing it with us. In a letter from its lawyer, the ministry refused to provide proof of any of those healings.
AIDS in the woman and both of her children.
Oh my God.
But when you called it out, she felt the power of God. Father,
a perfect healing.
So they must be healed. Exactly. So if she's not healed, then you got a problem. We have a problem.
Do you know something about it that I don't know?
Well, we know nobody called this woman's doctor before Benny ran and reran this miracle healing on TV. We know one of those children is not even hers. And we know the lady has not been healed of AIDS because just this week, we had her tested to find out.
All I know is what she said. I was praying she'll get it. And I put it on showing me praying for someone with AIDS, to give someone hope with AIDS.
She's a victim of brain cancer.
This is marvelous!
Her family has driven her hundreds of miles for the cancer to be healed tonight.
It would have better been gold. Satan, you lost this one and you'll never get her back again.
3 weeks later, while Benny was running and rerunning, the x-rays would show no cancer. But we were there when she went for further tests. She has not been healed. Her kind of terminal cancer has never been known to just disappear.
You say it's
I'm
gone.
told by my staff, this lady had this, it's gone.
But there's no way you can know if that's true.
Well, not with all of them.
Not with most of them.
No, not with all of them.
Not with most of them.
Well, that's your opinion.
That lady Benny is calling down from the choir didn't call her doctor either, before she went home and put away her heart medicine because Benny told her God had healed her.
You don't plan to take it?
No. I've got a healing from the Lord. No.
Look. It's not my job to call their doctor.
When he laid hands on Laura Twilley 2 years ago, she told everyone it was a miracle cure.
I have cancer all over my body, and I haven't been able to walk at all, or pretty much stand, and I'm doing pretty good now.
She even threw away her cancer-fighting drugs, but within 2 months, she was dead.
That was her last option, because the doctors were not delivering the type of results that she wanted, and when it came down to the end, she was crushed.
Laura had told her husband, David, and their children she wouldn't need doctors anymore. She was putting her faith in Benny Hinn and his helpers.
They prayed for her and told her tonight was going to be her night to be healed, and that she would be cured, and she would not need the chemo and the radiation and all of the narcotics that she had been taking for the pain.
According to her husband, she left that auditorium instructed by your staff not to go ahead with her chemotherapy, her radiation, or even her pain relief, because she'd been healed.
I would like to know who the staff member was who said that to her.